minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, X minus 1. Fire.
Lights out, everybody. The creaking door.
Dimension X.
Inner Sanctum Mystery.
X minus 1.
Dark fantasy.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sci-Fi and Horror, brought to you by Dwayne Old Time Radio. Sci-Fi and Horror features some of the best programs from the golden age of radio, including X-1, Orbiter X, Dimension X, it's a lot of X's, Lights Out, Ray Bradbury, Dark Fantasy, and many, many more. Before we start today's sci-fi and horror thriller, if you enjoy what I'm doing, let me ask you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribing is 100% free, and you will receive notifications on new posts. Lastly, if you have a moment, please write a short 1 or 2 sentence review or give a rating on your preferred podcast service. A positive review or rating would help me out a lot. And now, on to the show. And again, thank you for your support. We're going to end the month of June with Ray Bradbury. The series is Beyond Midnight. The story is The No Name Baby, a.k.a. The Small Assassin. And this episode, as I said, aired on the series Beyond Midnight, and it aired January 10th, 1969.
A room floated round her. Sharp instruments hovered, and there were voices and people in sterile white masks.
David, I'm being... Why don't you come, David? I'll die. Why don't you come?
Beyond Midnight.
Sleep, don't disturb her.
I'm awake.
Alice, darling. He's a fine baby. Fine baby. He's got a red face and blue eyes.
All I'll say is, she feels alien to the child. Now, this may simply be something we can clear up, easily with just 1 or 2 questions. Is this a wanted child, Dave?
Why do you ask?
It's vital.
Yes, it's wanted. We planned it together.
Must be something else, then. Something buried deep in her childhood that's come out now. Or maybe simply a result of the pain she's been through. If that's the case, then time will heal. You've got a job to do, Dave. You'll have to be very tolerant.
Yes, of course.
And if things don't go too well, drop in and see me, will you? I'm always glad to see old friends. Take her home now, Dave. Oh, and here, take a cigar with you, and, one for the baby, too.
Oh, David. Thank you. for being yourself, my darling. Always so dependable. Always.
Yeah. Tears? What's this?
Oh, David, sometimes I wish we were just the way we were when we were first married. No babies, and now... Once it was just you and me. We protected each other. Now we've got to protect the baby, but we get no protection from him.
Alice!
The baby's so new. He's amoral, conscience-free. What's that noise?
Noise?
Up. I don't know. In there.
I didn't hear anything. Oh, come on, you're tired, Alice. Bed with you.
Yes.
The baby's face was bright red and very moist. His small pink mouth opened and shut, opened and shut. His eyes were fiery blue. His hands leapt about in the air.
He's been crying. He doesn't cry very much, does he?
I didn't hear him. There, little fellow. You've got to find him a name. He's red in the face, isn't he? Crying alone. He can sleep in our room tonight.
You spoil him.
Spoil him or not, David Leiber took his new son into the big bedroom and placed him in one corner in his cot. Alice and he undressed slowly in the darkness.
Blast. I forgot to tell you, I've got to go to Birmingham on Friday.
Oh, David.
I put it off for 2 months. Now it's critical. Have to go.
Afraid to be alone.
Only be gone a few days. New cook will be here on Friday. I love you.
Afraid to be alone, Dave. I can't explain why.
If you want me to, I'll put it off a few days. Perhaps I
No,
could...
you must go. It's important.
What are you doing? You mustn't do that. You wait.
Look.
The baby lay wide awake in its cot in the corner, staring straight at them with deep, sharp, blue eyes.
Switch the light off.
It's not nice. Being afraid of the thing you gave birth to. He tried to kill me. He lies there, listening to us talking. He's waiting for you to go away so he can kill me. I swear it.
Please, stop it, please.
But she sobbed for a long time in the darkness. And then she relaxed and slept. It took longer before he was able to sleep. And as he dozed off at last, he heard a strange little sound of awareness and awakeness in the room. The baby. And then sleep. The next morning the sun blazed and Alice smiled, and David Leiber played with his son for a while after breakfast before catching the train to Birmingham.
There, little no-name fellow. There, see?
He dangled his watch over the crib.
Something bright. See? Something pretty. Something pretty. Something bright.
David Leiber was away for 6 days before the telephone call to his hotel. The call came from Colleton, in the West Country. His home.
Hello. Alice? Anything wrong?
Dave, this is Jeff speaking.
Doctor?
Hold on to yourself, Dave. Alice is sick. You'd better get the next train back. If you can't fly. It's pneumonia. Tired herself right into pneumonia. She's all right now. Just needs rest.
What about baby?
Fit as a fiddle. Can't go the walk.
Thanks, Doctor.
I won't desert you.
Well, now, you must rest, darling. You heard what the...
It was the baby again. I tried to lie to myself and say that I'm a fool, but Baby knew. He knew I was weak from hospital. So he cried all night, every night. And when he wasn't crying, he'd be much too quiet. I knew if I switched on the light, he'd be lying there just staring at me.
Alice,
I was going to kill him, Dave. Yes, I was. When he'd only been gone a day, I went in and put my hands around his neck. I stood there for a long time. I was terribly afraid. And then I put all the covers over his face. I turned him upside down and pressed him down into the mattress. I ran out of the room to let me finish. When I went out, I thought it's simple. Baby smother every day. I thought no one will ever know. But when I went back, David, he was still alive. He was turned on his back again, alive, and breathing and smiling. I didn't touch him after that. I went away again, and I didn't feed him or anything. Perhaps the cook saw to him, I don't know. All I know is he lies there all the time thinking of ways to kill me, because I know too much about him. I've got no love for him. There's no protection between us. There never will be.
Sleep, darling. Must have rest.
Something's here. In the room. In the dark. Watching us.
Dreaming again.
And suddenly, she slept. And he lay beside her, thinking what a sweet, weird creature she was. And then he heard the bedroom door sway open a few inches. He waited. There was nobody at the door. Alice didn't wake, so...
Better see to it. Go down. Make some milk or something.
Why do careless people leave things strewn around the house for other people to trip on? David Leiber groped around in the moon-lighted hallway and found the thing he'd slipped on. His hands froze, startled. His breath went in. His heart held 1 or 2 beats. The thing he held in his hand was a toy, a large, cumbersome patchwork doll he had bought as a joke for...
Who left that there like...
Alice drove him to work the next day.
I want to go away for a holiday. I don't know if you can take the time off now, darling, but... Well, if you can't, let me go on my own, please. We can get someone to look after the baby, I'm sure. But I just have to get away. I thought I was growing out of this thing, but I'm not. I can't stand being in the room with him, Dave. I just can't. He looks up at me as if he hates me. I must go away before something happens.
The only thing you're going to do is see a good psychiatrist.
All right, make the appointment. I'll see anyone you want me to.
Good. Drive home carefully, love. See you at supper. We must think of a name for the baby. This is becoming...
Yes. Bye, darling.
And David Leiber got out of his car and went to his office and spent a normal day checking shipments, questioning assistants, and dictating long, uninspired letters. By the end of the day, his head throbbed, and he was glad to be going home. The house seemed unnaturally silent. But it was Thursday, the cook's day off. He hung up his hat and coat in the hall. Late sunlight streamed down the stairwell from the window near the top of the hall. Where the sunlight touched, it took on the bright color of the patchwork doll sprawled at the bottom of the stairs, but he paid no attention to the doll. He could only look and not move, and look again at Alice. Alice lay in a broken, grotesque pallid gesturing and angling of her thin body at the bottom of the stairs, like a crumpled doll that doesn't want to play any more, ever. Alice was dead. The baby's face was red and moist with perspiration.
She's dead! Dead! Why?
Look, son. Look, son. She hates me. Hates.
Pull yourself together.
She fell down the stairs, Doctor. She tripped on the doll and fell. I almost slipped on it the other night myself. Now, a funny thing, Doctor. I finally thought of a name for the baby. I've thought of a name. I'm going to have him christened next Sunday. Next Sunday. And you know what the name is I've chosen? I'm going to call him Lucifer.
11 o'clock. Night. A lot of strange people had come and gone through the house, taking the essential flame with them. Alice.
Alice wasn't crazy. She had good reason to fear the baby.
Don't follow after her. She blamed the child for her sickness. Now you blame it for her death. She stumbled on a toy, remember? You can't blame the child for that.
You mean Lucifer?
Stop calling him that.
Alice heard things at night moving in the hall. You want to know what made those noises, Doctor? They were made by the baby. 4 months old, moving in the dark, listening to us talk, listening to every word. If I turned the lights on, well, a baby's so small it can hide behind furniture.
Yes,
below eye level.
You've got to stop.
Let me say what I believe or I'll go crazy. When I went up to Birmingham, who was it kept Alice awake, tiring her into pneumonia? The baby? And when Alice didn't die, he tried killing me. Oh, it was simple. Leave a toy on the stairs, cry in the night till your father goes down the stairs to fetch milk and stumbles. It didn't get me, but it killed Alice. I should have caught on. I turned on the lights many a time in the night, and that baby was lying awake, eyes open. Most babies sleep all the time, not this one. He stayed awake, thinking.
Babies don't think.
How do we know what's in a baby's mind? He had every reason to hate Alice. She suspected him for what he was. Certainly not a normal child. You know how babies kill their mothers at birth? It's because they resent being forced into a rotten world like this one. Suppose one child in 1 billion, born perfectly aware, able to think, reason. He could pretend to be weak, ordinary. But when nobody was about, with just a little expenditure of energy, he could crawl around a darkened house, watching, listening. How easy to place objects at the top of the stairs. Strange little creatures, babies, who move in a bloody darkness. Little brains swarming with racial memory, hatred, raw cruelty. Just one thought. Self-preservation. There's nothing in all the world more selfish than a baby. What is more at peace, more dreamfully content, at rest, fed, comforted, than an unborn child? Nothing. Then suddenly it's asked to give all this up. It's forced out into a noisy, uncaring world. It meets confusion instead of inner silence and conservative slumber. Dr. Jeffers, the child resents it. It resents the cold air, the huge spaces, the sudden departure from familiar things. And so, in the tiny filament of brain, the child knows only one thing, hatred, because the spell's been shattered. Who's responsible for the dream being broken? Easy. The mother. The mother's cast it out, rejected it. The father's no damn better. Kill him, too. He's responsible in his way.
Look, if what you say is true, then every woman in the world would have to look on her baby as something to dread.
And why not? A child's got a perfect alibi. 1,000 years of medical beliefs protected. My little boy, lying in his crib at night, his face moist and red, out of breath. From crying? No. From climbing in and out of his cot, from crawling long distances through darkened hallways. My little baby boy. I want to kill him!
You're not killing anyone. You're going to sleep for 24 hours. Sleep will change your mind, David. Here you are. Take these pills, with the water. There. Take them and go to bed.
David Leiber took the pills and drank the water. Then he allowed Jeffers to take him upstairs, and crying bitterly, he allowed himself to be put into bed. The doctor waited until he was moving deep into sleep, then left the house. Leiber, alone, drifted down. He heard a noise.
What's that? What's that?
Something moved in the hall. David Leiber slept. The doctor placed his medical kit on a chair near the door. Something white moved out of sight at the top of the stairs. Just a suggestion of a movement. Jeffers only just noticed it. The smell of gas was in the house. Gas strong. Everywhere it seemed. From Leiber's room, strongest of all. Room gas-filled. Leiber lay motionless on the bed. The room billowed with gas, which escaped from an open jet at the base of the wall near the cupboard. Leiber's body was cold. He'd been dead for quite a few hours.
Couldn't have switched on that gas himself. He was asleep when I left. Those pills were enough to knock him out.
The thought, the awful thought, struck him.
Wasn't suicide.
Opening the door to the nursery, Jeffers went in. The baby's cot stood by the window. It was empty.
The nursery door blew shut. You couldn't get back into your crib where it was safe. You didn't take into account the possibility of the door blowing shut, did you? A little thing like that. I'll find you. Somewhere in the house. Hiding. Pretending to be something you're not.
Downstairs, the doctor opened his medical bag and took something out. And held it in his hands. Something rustled down the hall. Something very small and very quiet. Jeffers turned rapidly.
I had to operate to bring you into this world. Now I can operate to take you out.
And the doctor raised his hand into the sunlight.
See, baby. Something bright. Something pretty.
A scalpel.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soap and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoy what I'm doing, I ask you to please subscribe to my channel or channels. Well, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay safe, wish you well, peace.